Yo, big up everybody. We're back again on EGTV. Do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. I got Femi with me, and I got some more people that are going to be coming through as we speak. We're going to be talking about the Arsenal game versus Manchester United. Of course, unfortunately, we lost 3-2 in this game. But you know what? These things happen. We pick ourselves up. We're going to go back against Everton. And right now, I'm gonna get this show started. But before I do that, do me a favor, guys. Smash that like button, hit that subscribe button. And most importantly, let us know what you guys think about the game in the comment section as we speak. So yeah, let's get the show started. Yes, people. Okay, so yeah, so just before we go any further, I'm just gonna introduce my guest. Femi, how you doing, man? You're on
I'm
mute.
good. I'm good, man. Just like every other Arsenal fan, man. Just trying to make sense of what happened and just try to deal with it a day at a time without being too reactionary, I guess.
There you go. So yeah, man, there's a lot of things that we're gonna have to get into this game, but just before I go any further, do me a favor, guys. If you want to watch my in-depth match reaction, I did my own match reaction after the game on my channel. It's instant match reaction. You can go check that out. But Femi, what was your match reaction? What do you think about the game? Just give us your a little summary of what you thought about the game.
It's bro, man. It was a roller coaster that just ended extremely anticlimactic for me. I think seeing how we set up, doing what we usually do the first 15, 20 minutes against, I would say bigger teams that aren't kind of in the lower half of the table, kind of feeling them out. We did what we could in terms of, keeping shape, feeling the game out, being as safe as humanly possible without trying to give up any crazy errors. And after seeing ESR's goal in my head, I'm like, okay, perfect. Manchester United can't sit back in a low block. They have to try to play us out, which would then open them up, which would allow us to play us more to our game. So I'm like, okay, the game's in our hands. I just don't see how. But the same issue that a lot of other fans have had, as well as our fans as well, is what happens mentality wise once we go up. It's happened every game, almost every game this season, bar Spurs, Aston Villa, I would say Leicester, but the second half, same thing happened where it was like we get a lead and then we almost abandon the game plan. And as a fan, like watching it, you don't like, you can get everyone's point of view. Some people think it's the manager. Some people saying no, the manager's saying this, then the third. Some people blaming the players, but regardless of the fact, it happens and it consistently happens. It's not just a one-off thing. So that we can do this thing where we can blame the players, we can blame the manager, but we have an issue, which is we aren't a relentless team once we go up. It's almost as if like we go up, we're surprised we're up, and we're like, okay, now that we're up, let's make sure we don't get scored on, when in reality it's kind of like, especially in a game of football, it's like, no, keep doing what you did to get that first goal. Keep doing it to the point where you can't, and then the manager will see, he'll put someone else in to do that same job and just keep doing it. So it's a mixture of a lot of things. Do I think we should have got the pen on Tomiyasu? 100%. But I'm at a point now where it's like I'm not going to hold 1-2 errors again. Like as much as I don't want to talk about Manchester United, Ragnick said something the other day, I think it was yesterday, where he was just kind of like, as he was watching the game, there was the manager's job is to make sure that coincidences happen as small as possible. And I think as a team, I think what happens is we continue to, we'll play defensively, we'll play well, we'll defend counters well, but then when it's time for us to do certain things to either kill games off and or go ahead, for some reason it's just the timidness, and sometimes I just sometimes don't know who to blame. So that's kind of how I watched it. Again, I need to go back and watch the game again, which is really hard to do. I
did
saw
that.
you did it. it's
Yeah.
really hard for me to go back to watch games when we lose. So eventually I'm going to do it. But those were my biggest takeaways after watching just the first time.
Listen, watching the game back again, I almost caught myself waiting to see Thomas Partey make mistakes because I seen him make a lot of mistakes during the game. But when you watch it back and you just see how whenever he receives the ball, he's just making an extra touch for no reason, or he receives the ball in a good position. It's almost like his first touch is so far away from him that it just puts him under trouble. And it was like there's so many talking points to go through, but I kind of just want to go through everything in order. So let's talk about the fact that we started in the front foot. Bro, we started a very, very good position. We had the ball, we had majority of the possession. I was not worried. At certain point of the game, we started off. We There was like three corners in a row. Had them pinned into their box. Every time we got the ball, it almost seemed like we could do something. You know what? If Cristiano Ronaldo got the chance that Aubameyang got early in the game, it could have been 1-0 already. So I'm just like,
But
yo,
that's that's
we
been
started
a
off
that's
well.
been a and I think you probably have that as a talking point so we can get to it. But that's been an issue all season. Actually, that's been an issue for the past 18 months. And I was one of the people, and like I don't like doing this thing where people do this. Oh, I was right, you were wrong. But I I remember when Obama was on the left wing and he was having issues. People said, "Oh, it's because he's not playing striker." All right, cool. Put him as striker. Some of the same issues are applying, and if not, because he's not playing on that wing, he doesn't have as much space to run in behind as he used to because he has those two defenders on him now compared to on the left where he had someone else holding him up so he can kind of sneak in behind. Doesn't have that anymore. And we're continuing to see the same issues, not only build up wise, not only passing wise, but now it seems like his confidence is shot. There's some shots that he'll shoot that before, he's ripping it into the top corner. Now all of a sudden it's kind of like every shot he shoots, regardless of where he is, for some reason it seems like he shoots it directly at the keeper. And it's like, I don't know what, again, is that a confidence issue? Is it I don't know at this point. And it might be a talking point for later, but I have a lot of questions for our captain. If he's going to make the money he's going to make and he's going to be the experienced player on that team, I think we're allowed to ask those same questions.
There you go. Gunner Express, just joining us. Quick thoughts. What was your obviously anyone who wanted to catch your in-depth match reaction, they can go catch that on your channel. But what did you think about the game, bro?
Bro, like I said on the terrace and whatever else yesterday, it wasn't good enough from the players or the manager. I don't care what anyone tries and tells me now. I see a lot of the Arteta fans backtracking in terms of saying, "Oh, but Man United are better than us," whatever else. So it's not that bad that we lost. Yeah, I'm not hearing that. Man United were for the taking. They had a caretaker manager. They've just got a new manager. Their whole squad's still going through a bit of a transition phase from Oli to Ragnick. So there's no reason why we couldn't have won yesterday. And we didn't just lose, but we played poorly again. It's another big six opposition that we've gone to and played poorly. I think every one of those games this season we've played poorly. Even the Tottenham game, I'd say to an extent, because the first half we were good, but then we petered off again. We scored the 3 goals and then just sat back and defended and let them come on to us. And we did that at 1-0. We did it at 2-2 again, and then we kept conceding, and then we lost the game. So it's the same thing, same thing, different week, bro. We score a goal, sit back, and then we get caught out. Obviously, against Norwich and whatever else, we do the exact same thing, but they just don't have the quality to score. So we get away with it. But against the better opposition, against Ronaldo, against Sancho, against Salah, against all these good players, they will come at you. When you let them come and play football, they will play football. And the only team in the league currently that can sit on a lead in the way that we try to do is Chelsea, and we're not Chelsea. So again, it's poor tactics from the manager. It's poor from the players because Aubameyang was abysmal. Partey was good for the second half ish, but was poor overall. And yeah, I mean, what can we say? The manager made his mistakes. The players made the mistakes. There's no excuses for yesterday at all. And again, bro, Arteta's not good enough. End of story. He's not. I've been saying this since Aston Villa 3-0, and I'll keep saying it to the day he's sacked. He's not good enough. And if he gets us top 4 this season somehow, I'd say thank you very much. Here's your P45. Now leave, because you ain't going to win as a title, so you can go. This guy is not even good enough to get us top 4 in my opinion. But if he does, that is his maximum ceiling. That is his ceiling. Is top 4. So I don't know. I just don't get why we don't go second now. But Ain't going to happen. But yeah, man, the moral of the story is Arteta ain't good enough once again. And neither is Aubameyang. That guy's finished.
Ooh, okay. Big up Ahmed. Can you guys tell me Arteta brought on Eddie and Nketiah instead over Nicolas Pepe? You know what? A lot of people have been making speculations that Nicolas Pepe might be promised a move in January, and that's why he wasn't brought on over Nicolas Pepe. But I don't know. I honestly have no idea. Anybody want to talk on that? Why did he bring on Eddie Nketiah over Nicolas Pepe? Like, could it be that he was trying to convince Eddie Nketiah to sign a new deal? Like, I don't know.
For me personally, again, it's like okay. So when who did Nketiah come in for? I'm pretty sure it was Aubameyang, correct?
Yeah.
So I don't think we've ever seen Pepe ever play striker for us ever. However, though, it's actually something that I would love to see one of these days. I've said it on my Twitter for some time. I think Pepe, for the system Arteta wants to play, is not a winger. I think he's more of an inside forward and or an advanced forward, depending on how you want to look at it for. And everything Aubameyang is doing right now, I don't see why Pepe can't do the same thing. As us fans, if we're not gonna expect Aubameyang to have the greatest first touch, if we're not expecting him to, do great on build-ups, or he's not gonna help us with the, hold up plays, he's not going then if that's the case, what are we gonna say Aubameyang's role is? His role is then to push that line, to be able to try to get on the end of those runs, and at the very bare minimum, be able to tuck in deep and help those inverted wingers try to be able to make those space behind, which is what Martinelli and Smith Rowe did. A lot of people don't talk about it, but Smith Rowe didn't have the greatest game either yesterday. I know, he's one of our golden boys, and we don't talk about it. Outside of that goal, which I'm very happy for, the goal that was scored, the second goal they scored that Bruno ended up scoring, was literally his. It was, I don't know who to blame between Tavares passing the ball with pace or ESR not being able to get that touch together, but the combination between those two was the biggest reason the second goal happened. And it was a reoccurring thing of ESR would get the ball and somehow, some way, either because of bad touch, didn't have the pace, or just try to dribble his way out of issues, and it just kept happening to the point where it was it just was ineffective. Whatever the case may be, it wasn't working. And again, I don't see, if you're not going to take ESR off, if you're choosing not to take ESR off, and you are deciding to take Oba and even moving Martinelli over, I just don't see a situation where Pepe, unless we are seeing Pepe as a striker now, I just don't see a situation where Pepe gets winger time now. I just don't see it now.
No worries. Okay, Good Express, what do you think about that situation right there with Nicolas Pepe being not being brought on, Eddie Nketiah being brought on? Because in my opinion, it just doesn't make sense. But when you break it down, you're replacing a striker for a striker instead of a striker for a wing, for someone who's predominantly played on the wing. So maybe it makes sense. But yeah, what do you think? How do you make sense of it?
I don't. At the end of the day, Aubameyang came off for Lacazette. Lacazette came on. I think it was what? I think did Odegaard come off at the same time? I think he did. So you're bringing off, obviously, the case in what Arteta did. He brings Odegaard off for Lacazette, Aubameyang off for Nketiah. First off, Nketiah has been rejecting contracts all week and will not be staying at the club, even though we've tried to apparently offer him a new contract, which I think is a joke because Nketiah is shit. Let's have it right. That guy's shit. He's not good enough to play for any of these Premier League teams. I'd say even Norwich wouldn't want Nketiah starting up front. So why should we be signing him on a new contract? We've got Balogun, who's better than him. We've got BRF, who's already shown that he's better than him. We've got Nikolai Muller on loan currently, who's better than him. So it's just a joke again that Arteta and this board are trying to offer him a new contract. But he's leaving. He said that he wants to leave. He's flirting with other clubs. And we bring him on at Old Trafford against Man United in the 70th minute when we're 3-2 down and we need a goal. You bring on Eddie Nketiah. When you have Pepe on the bench, you have, I mean, there's not really much else, is there? You got Lacazette, obviously, but you brought him on. But bro, it's stupid. You have a £72 million signing who I agree is not good enough. He hasn't shown that he's good enough. I want him sold, whatever else, cool. But you use what you have, and he has Pepe. You have a guy who I think he scored against Man United not long ago. I think it was that left-footed chance outside the box. It was a great goal. So he scored against Man United. He usually plays well against Man United. So why is he not getting? Why is he not even getting a minute? Why is Nketiah coming on? Nketiah came on, and I swear to God, I saw him spit on the pitch more than I did like touch the ball. He's trash. He does nothing. Nketiah is the kind of guy you bring on when you're already 4-0 up and you need to sit back and just keep the ball because he can keep the ball. And he's a bit of a fox in the box kind of player. But he didn't need that. We needed a goal. Nketiah don't score goals. I'd rather, bro. Honestly, I would rather of them rang the Balogun, told him to come down to Manchester and come on the pitch even though he played the day before. Because Balogun will come on and put in more of an effort and more of a chance of scoring a goal than Eddie Nketiah will. So personally, I don't agree with that substitution at all. I think it was the wrong substitution. I'm not saying Pepe is going to come on and score a goal, but Pepe is going to come on and he's going to attempt to score a goal. Nketiah did nothing. Lacazette, I don't know why he's coming on to play in the 10. You need a goal. Bring on Lacazette to score the goal then. So personally, bro, like again,
he brought on Lacazette as well, by the way.
No, I know he did, but he played him in the 10. He made Nketiah, it was a straight swap for Odegaard. So he sat in the 10 and Nketiah's up front. At the end of the day, Aubameyang shouldn't have started the game. Never mind, should he have stayed on for 70 minutes. But again, I don't agree at all with the Nketiah thing. I don't know why he's so adamant on Nketiah. You're offering him a new contract. Bro, this guy has not shown... He's had a year, 2 years now at Arsenal to prove, and he's had opportunities to break into the first team in terms of the first 11. He's never been good enough under any of the managers. He's never been good enough. So I don't know why Arteta wants to give him a new contract. It baffles me, honestly. Like, Balogun might as well just leave because Balogun's ripping it up in the under-23s and he's not even with a first-team squad. So, honestly, Brad, I don't know, man. Like, Nketiah, as I said, he's leaving. You put him on Old Trafford. It's embarrassing. It just shows that you, as a manager, and that us as a club are just in the gutter because you're bringing on a player who has adamantly said he wants to leave and will be leaving on a free. When you have a £72 million signing on the bench who's ready to come on and you don't bring him on. So, it is what it is, man. The last player that he did this to was Martinelli. And look at what Martinelli's doing right now in the first team. So, it is what it is, man. Like, keep dropping Pepe all you want, but I just don't get it. I honestly don't get it. And one more thing as well. It sounds like Pepe's going to leave because of this. But then Arteta's coming out saying that we're keeping him and that we're giving him more opportunities. Where the fuck are the opportunities then? I don't get it, man. He's just a waffler, bro. I can't even listen to his conferences anymore. He just talks shit.
Okay, I'm just gonna tell you this. Balogun is still part of Arteta's plans, supposedly. So is Martinelli and all these other guys. And at the moment, he's not going to depend on youngsters. He's going like he has been with Saka and Smith Rowe. He's not going to just give Balogun the reins same way he has the other guys. He played him in the first game of the season, and I just feel like as a striker, Balogun might not be ready yet. Personally, from what I've seen, but I think that's just maybe it's unfair to say that, but I just feel like from what I've seen so far, I just don't know if he's ready yet to be able to handle the striker role in this time. I know
I
we
think
need
it's a little
a striker.
deeper than that, though.
Say it again.
I think it's a bit deeper than that. I think, maybe we should have put Pepe in, but I don't think our issue that game, even in the 80th minute, was about the fact that we couldn't score goals. It was the fact that we were completely unable to control the midfield, and especially a midfield that was against McFred. Like, our biggest issue was we couldn't impose our will in a game where a midfield was weak. Like, it was crazy because in my head I'm like, this is a game that I would expect someone like Partey to boss. People, like, I know there's a lot of Manchester United fans will go and tell me like, oh, we press you guys well, but it's like, the fact of the matter is they didn't. Their pressing was not good. There's even a stat that made sure that like I got this for this thing, but like there was a stat that I read today that said, word for word, so it says out of the most staggering things from the match was that Manchester United only pressured 27 out of Arsenal's 503 open play passes. So it's like the issues that we had were self-inflicted in the midfield. Because I would even as much as say, like, I can't even blame the defenders because Ben White apparently had the most progressive passes and Miguel left. Oh, wow. All right. Yeah, he was the most progressive passer. So in my head, it's like, all right, if we can't get the ball to like any of our strikers, because again, I'm a big, like, there's a lot of issues I have with Aubameyang, but if we can't progress the ball and we can't get the ball to some of our more prolific players, then adding another player up top doesn't fix the issue we have. And that's where like my like bread and butter is like I feel like we lack depth in midfield. When we wanted to make a change in the midfield, who were our options? I don't think Maitland-Niles comes into that game and changes the game for us. I don't think what Lokonga, as much as I love him, I think that if there was any actually, I'll even rephrase that. If there was any change that could have been made, Partey should have been gone for Lokonga. Truthfully speaking, I think the midfield, like I like saying certain things to make sure that we put things in context, especially with Arteta. But I think that was the biggest blunder he had. He saw that we couldn't control the midfield. He saw that we weren't being progressive in the midfield. He saw Partey's touch was completely abysmal for majority of the game. And for majority of the game, he did nothing about it. And then we're trying to make changes up top as if the issues were up top when they weren't up top. It was the middle. So, again, I understand the Pepe situation, but then I just keep going back to, like, in that right wing role, is like, yes, he scores goals, but can we confidently say that Pepe does what he needs to do with what is being asked for him to do instructions-wise as a right winger? Yes, you score goals, but that was the same argument we were making for Aubameyang when he wasn't doing anything else but scoring goals. When those goals dry out and we're asking you to do, like, okay, bare minimum, do your job. Is he going to do the job? I don't know. His touch lets him down more than once. His pressing sometimes is inconsistent. Sometimes he does it, sometimes he doesn't. Sometimes he dribbles into no man's land and coughs up the ball in really dangerous situations. It's deeper than just, oh, yeah, he can bag some goals, because, again, I love goal scorers. I used to big up this guy because of the potential, but it's bigger than that, which is why Saka came on. Even though he's injured, there's a reason Saka comes on. There's a reason someone like Lacazette comes into the game as a 10, not because of the fact that, like, we have another 10 we can put in, but we were getting dominated in the midfield by McFred. We were dominated in the midfield by McFred. That's unacceptable. Whether it's Arteta, whether it's Partey, not happening. No.
I know. It's crazy, man. Look, we're gonna get into some of these moments in the game, but talking about Odegaard, I'm not gonna lie to you. Odegaard had a mixed performance, in my opinion. He scored the goal, right? And he also gave away the penalty. And moments, he was one of the best players in the midfield. He created some chances, not only from the corners, but from, like, the Gabriel pass into the box at early. Was it early or late into the second half? Late into the second half. My apologies. Late into the second half, Gabriel had an opportunity there. Or no, that was the first half. My apologies. Late in the first half, he had an opportunity there. And then when it comes to just moving the ball forward, he was one of the better players in the midfield, in my opinion. Odegaard had a mixed performance, but we're going to get into Odegaard in a second. I just want to talk about ESR's goal and how bizarre the goal was and everything around the goal. Now, ESR has now scored in 5 of his last 10 games, I think. He has, like, some ridiculous stat now that he's been involved in all these goals, and ESR is just looking good for ESR statistically this season. He's definitely going to get double-digit goals and assists, possibly. He's on pace to get that, at least, in all competitions. But yeah, what do you guys think about ESR's goal? Did you think it should have stood? There's no actual rule in which if the referee doesn't blow the whistle before the shot is taken, there's no rule to say, because the goalkeeper is down, the goal needs to be chalked off. It doesn't work like that. So the goal is a fair goal. A lot of people felt like it was a dodgy goal. It should have never took place. The goal should have never been scored. But just to show you guys, as you can see there, wait, let me do this. As you can see there, Fred trips De Gea, and then subsequently, De Gea is on the ground as ESR takes the shot. And it leads to the 1-0. And you know what? Away from home at Manchester United, are we going to say, oh, fair play, your goalkeeper was down, we're not going to take the goal? No, it doesn't work like that. We're going to take the goal, we're going to move on. But yeah, what do you guys think? Did you guys think the goal was weird? In your opinion, should it have stood? Let me know. Gooner Express, you want to go first?
Yeah, of course the goal should stand. the referee didn't blow the whistle, so it's a goal. I mean, it's a goal that we'll probably never see again, like for the next however many decades, because it's a very odd goal to score. But I think Man United fans should be questioning David de Gea here. Obviously, he made some better saves in the game later on, so they're not going to question him too much. But if they lost this game, he should be getting a lot of stick. Fred obviously stood his foot, so you might say whatever, Fred should be more careful, blah blah blah. But come on now, David de Gea sold this so much. Like he went down, he got embarrassed by the fact that he went down because he thought that it was an opposition player when in reality it was his own. Smith Rowe, great composure and like eyesight to just be able to see that that was still on, that he could score that goal. It was a decent hit. Obviously, De Gea probably would have saved it if he was actually on his feet. But he scored the goal. And yeah, I mean, like as I said, David De Gea then had to sell it more because obviously then we scored. He knew that, I don't know what to do now. I've kind of messed up. So he's down for like another 2 minutes. And then we get given the goal. But, bro, like, there's not much to say on it, really. It's a weird goal, but it's definitely a goal. You can't argue with it. If the whistle was blown, then yeah, sure, it's not a goal. But the whistle wasn't blown. The referee didn't blow it. David De Gea, you're a pussy. You sold that so much, and you know that didn't hurt at all. You were just trying to sell it. And yeah, I mean, 1-0, you know what I mean? Smith Rowe scored, but unfortunately, we kind of forget about it because we didn't win the game. But yeah, it was a weird goal, but it's definitely a goal.
What about you, Femi? What do you think?
Easy goal, bro. Like in my head, I was thinking as the goal happened, and please excuse my dog, but like
no, it's fine.
In the back of my head, I'm thinking like, okay, so if I'm on a counter, if I'm getting countered against, and I see him in a bad situation, I can just kick my goalkeeper, and then we say, oh wait, if something happened, my goalkeeper's down. I guess you guys can't score. It's if the ref ain't say nothing, and ESR, mind you. That ESR goal, what he did, it's not easy. That is not an easy shot to score. By the way, if you see where he is, it's an open net. But I've seen strikers who play for my team. I've seen strikers on my team miss way easier chances. Not going to name no names, but I've seen way easier chances be scoffed up. So, unfortunately, De Gea wants to sell it because he thinks it was another player, not knowing it was Fred. That's not my business, Jardy. It's not my business. We scored the goal because I know for a fact if the roles were reversed and they was the ones that scored that goal, I promise you they would have told us to cry. They would have told us, they said cry. The goal stands. It is what it is. So unfortunately, I'm not going to say cry because I understand. I've been in those type situations, but at the same very time, a goal's a goal, man. And if you wanted to cry about it, that's not my business, man. It's not.
Yeah, Teju's just joined us. Big up Teju. Dizzy said, watching the game again, I low-key feel like ESR was worse than Odegaard. People won't notice because Odegaard gave away the penalty, but ESR was worse yesterday. Interesting take. Tim saying, I think it was the other way around. No goal. I think United will get away with it. They get away with a lot at home. Definitely. The referee even tried his best to chalk the goal off. He tried to chalk the goal off. He tried not to give the goal afterwards. He tried his best not to give the goal. He went to VAR. He did everything. He tried to look at every single loophole in which they could not give the goal, but it ended up standing as a goal and deservedly so. Teju, what did you think about the game, bro? You're on mute.
It was a woeful pool. Like, it was a bad performance from us. I expected like when we went 1-0 up, we should have like kept on going at Manchester United. We should have sat back because if you're sitting back in the match when you're up, when you're leading in the match, you're just inviting pressure from the opposition.
Facts.
We did that. Just keep pushing. Just keep attacking at them because like that's the one thing. When you have a goal lead, the number one rule: do not sit back. Just keep attacking them. Just keep attacking at your opponents, because the thing is, if we, it's annoying that we didn't just go at them. Like if you want to do it, like play with a bit of control within your play style, and then just keep attacking them. But I've just got a feeling like I don't want to. I think Arteta probably told them to like sit back, but the thing is, a coach shouldn't say that. Just attack them. Just go at them.
Okay. So, now we're gonna go to the next goal, the Bruno goal. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. People in the comment section, tell me if I'm wrong. But I see this goal, guys, and I'm saying to myself, Tomiyasu could have done better from the pass from Sancho. El Neni could have done better to stop the pass from Fred to Bruno. And when the ball gets to Bruno, I'm not gonna blame the goalkeeper, but I'm gonna blame. I'm gonna say Ben White. Instead of spreading your legs like that, you could have done a little bit better to block the ball, but it's very harsh. At that point, the goalkeeper and Ben White are left for dead. I feel like the two people beforehand should have done better, and whoever lost the ball in the first place to get to the counterattack.
I'm 99.9% sure it was Partey who lost the ball, but like I don't want to speak.
So Partey losing the ball, getting us in that position in the first place. Once again, it was just a terrible performance from Thomas Partey. But we're gonna get into him in a second. Did you guys think this goal was preventable in your opinions? Because I thought it was.
It's only preventable based off. It's literally only preventable based off of what the guys just said prior to. I think we it's like watching what we were watching for 20 minutes. I feel like any Arsenal fan could have told you that this was going to happen. Like we invited this to happen. Like it was like chance after chance after chance happening, and you're kind of looking like, okay, we're like we have the ball back, we have goal kick, and then for some reason like we're hoofing the ball forward. Or we would try to play from the back, and then we're trying these direct passes that we're not known to be we're not known for. And it's like, okay, we're not doing anything with the ball. We're not pressing. We're not doing anything that we're used to. And so when the goal happened, it's like in my head, it's like, yeah, I do think things could have been done better. But it's like, I think it's one of those things where it's like, as a team, you would want to be preventative compared to one of those situations. Where you feel like the defender should have reacted better. Well, that's fair, but I think all of this happens to, again, the issue of we completely got dominated in the midfield. This can't happen. Like if we have a leader, and I'm not even going to say Xhaka because I think even though I do think we're missing Xhaka, I think eventually we need to upgrade from him. I think we're missing a key player in that midfield that when the player watches like, hey, we're not following the game plan. We're losing it. We don't have that one player that can slow the entire team down to be like, hey guys, let's go back to what we're doing. Partey isn't that vocal leader. Aubameyang is not that vocal leader. So at that point, who does the team go to when we lose all sense of like, I guess, game plan or what we're doing in terms of kind of game flow? Who do we look to? It doesn't seem like there's anyone on the pitch outside of Arteta who's shouting from like the side, but it's like that works but so much when there's fans in the stands now. It's like now the players are looking for one of these veterans. And again, I can leave that topic for when we want to talk about the veterans, but I just feel like we lack a real leader on the pitch. And that's the biggest reason why majority of the goals happened, if we want to be honest with ourselves. So, but that's my take from it.
Yeah, bro. I've been saying that all day on Twitter Spaces, talking about the fact that we lack leadership in this thing. But someone just mentioned, Samuel, big up Samuel, just joining us. Someone mentioned Ramsdale's positioning. Do you guys feel like Ramsdale's positioning in that situation, or is that harsh? Bruno Express.
I don't think it matters, bro. The defending from Ben White is horrific. End of story. Like, this is what I'm saying. The defense of specific players, it's hilarious. Just blame the person who it was. It was the defenders. Ben White did nothing to help this goal. He did exactly what he did against Odsonne and Wilde against Crystal Palace. He backs off, gives the player the space to shoot, and then does nothing in terms of trying to block it. He opens his legs and it goes straight through him. It's poor defending from Ben White. And every single game that we've lost this season, the main thing I hear about Ben White is he could have done better for that goal. I'm sick of that. You're £50 million. You've played in the Premier League for a whole season last year at Brighton, and everybody told me that you're the best centre back there. Oh, but he was their best player, whatever else, blah blah blah. So why is it a matter of he could have done better for every goal? Now, I'm sorry, that's not good enough. You're £50 million. That's not good enough. William Saliba, even though he's had a few little howlers here and there at Marseille, he'll stand up and take that. And other than that, he's been one of their best players. So again, I'll say it. William Saliba is better than Ben White in every single aspect of the word of defense and every single aspect of the word of aerial ability. And I'd even argue that he's still better at bringing the ball out the back. So when Saliba comes back next season, you give him a new contract, you drop Ben White to the bench, and you put Saliba on. Ben White does well against shit opponents like Timu Pukki and all these trash strikers that aren't going to ever challenge you. But when he comes up against anybody of remote quality, whether it's Bruno, Salah, whether it's even Ivan Toney. Even Ivan Toney had this guy in a spliff against Brentford at the start of the season. So anyone remotely decent will put Ben White in a spliff. And Ben White did get put in a spliff when Sancho absolutely murked him in this game. So I'm sorry, Bram. I've said it. Ben White has not done enough yet to tell me that he's a solidified centre-back for Arsenal Football Club. And he's still not
do you think that's fair?
Gabriel's carrying this guy every single game, man. Every single game.
Yeah, I've got to agree with that. As much as I like Ben White, he should be doing better in that position. Because even at times when he also slipped in that match. He's also slipped as well. Because this guy, we paid £50 million and he's performing like this in big games. Like in this position that I'm seeing right now, that's easily preventable. Because what you're doing, he's just showing himself towards the attacker. Like he's not applying any pressure towards Bruno Fernandes. Like he didn't apply any pressure whatsoever, which is annoying. So as a defender, you never show yourself towards don't show. If you're gonna try and defend the ball, don't leave your legs open because you're just exposing yourself at this rate.
Okay, Samuel, what's going on, Samuel?
What's going on?
We're gonna go on to the next thing. Ronaldo, man. Ronaldo's a net. Ronaldo was the big difference maker at the end of the day on the night, because their quality, Manchester United, showed. Their quality showed, and the fact that we lacked the quality up front showed, because the chances that we would be scuffing at, they would bury them. Ronaldo buried his chance. Bruno buried his chance. We've been getting penalties the past couple of weeks. Aubameyang's been missing them. Ronaldo gets a penalty, it was inevitable. We all knew when Ronaldo lined up for that third goal, he was going to score, right? Yeah, where's AK? AK, I don't know. He's supposed to be jumping on, but he hasn't jumped on yet. But yeah, it was just an absolute mess. Ronaldo, we got to give him some credit. Let's be honest. Ronaldo came, he showed up, he was angry about the Ballon d'Or situation. And the fact that Messi got
Listen, he's a loser, and I just say that he didn't deserve the Ballon d'Or, man. Messi deserved it, but he's still going to be bitter about this. So obviously he's going to take anger on us because the bitter.
Ronaldo came. Ronaldo took control of the game, man. Like, I don't know how you guys seen it, but I seen it as Ronaldo got his chances, he finished them, and he was the biggest difference maker. Because you look at our striker, he had plenty of chances to stamp his authority on the game, missed every single time. Ronaldo, he didn't miss his chances. He took his chances and he ran with it.
Yeah, listen, we gave him the chance. The first goal where I think Tavares, listen, in the next couple of games, I don't think Tavares should start. In the Liverpool game and this game right now, some of the goals were his fault. He was at fault for the first Ronaldo goal when United made it 2-1. Yes, I know it was a little bit unlucky in the past, but come on, this can't happen again and again. We can't make mistakes like this in this type of game. I'm sorry, because this could have implications on what happens at the end of the season where we finish between us and between 4th and 5th. It's fine margins here. And listen, Tavares had his chance the past 3 games. He's played the 2 big games where we've conceded 7 goals in those 2 games, and I think it's time for Tini to return. Because before Tini's injury, I know Tavares was playing good, but Tini did nothing wrong. Tini has a more experienced head. In a weather like this, Tini loves it. He rejoices in it. Him going up against Marcus Rashford, against Bruno Fernandes, against Cristiano Ronaldo, he'd have enjoyed it yesterday. Instead, we paid Nuno. So I don't want to see Nuno playing in any big game going forward the season. Maybe we can play him in the Carabao Cup semi-final, but as for that, nothing else.
I honestly, guys, I don't want to spend too much time on Ronaldo. Anybody want to say anything on Ronaldo?
Listen, all I gotta say is Messi deserves the Ballon d'Or, and Messi will continue to be the GOAT.
All right, big up to people watching on Facebook. We're going to end the video on Facebook. Come join us on YouTube for the rest of the way. Femi, Teju, do you guys have anything to say on this, Gunner Express, or we just keep it moving? Big up to Ronaldo for scoring his 101st goal of his career, record-breaking. But
Yeah.
I really don't want to spend too much time bigging up United.
The thing is,
all I gotta say is,
Yeah, go ahead, Femi.
all I have to say is, I remember watching the game and I was like, I think Ronaldo had tried like the second bicycle kick, and I'm like, yo, this guy and Aubameyang have the exact same brain, except one is just completely better than the other. Like in terms of like the thinking behind some of the things they want to do, except one of them actually can do the things that they're thinking about doing, and the other one just, I don't know if it's confidence, I don't know, because like again, if we look at this in the totality of the season, like we could say that, okay, Ronaldo's not getting chances, Ronaldo's not getting fed the ball, and it's like he understands, like, okay, I'm probably only gonna get like 4 or 5, maybe 6 shots a game. I'm gonna convert 2 because that's who I am, that's what I practice, that's who I am, that's that. And I think that's the biggest difference between the two. It's like people say, oh, you can't compare the two. 100%. I get that. You can't compare the two. But the one thing I will say is the way that what we saw like Ronaldo do, if we got half of that, yes, which is again another topic, and hopefully again we get to talk about the veterans. If we had one player who can just see things like that happening and they can take games by the scruff of their neck, it's like, you know what? This shouldn't be happening right now. If we had one player that could do that for us, which, to be quite honest, Tierney used to be that guy for us. I remember there was one game last season where we couldn't score, and then it was snowing or something, and he said, you know what? He did
West
this
Brom
big shot, and then he just kind of like, you know, come on, guys, I'm tired of this. And it's like, maybe he's also someone that we're missing on the pitch right now, because if Xhaka's gone and Aubameyang is not going to be, I guess, that leader that we need, then you do need someone like Tierney on the pitch that's going to be able to like keep us in games and stuff like that.
One thing I'll say about Aubameyang is, in the past few games, he's been used. I think Baker Mayfield would have been more useful than Aubameyang last time. That's how bad he was, bro. Literally, he's literally brought nothing to the team in the last couple of games.
You know, hey, if I speak my piece, I'll tell you that it's been an 18-month problem. It hasn't been a past couple games issue, but I've been attacked for it. I've been telling you, when he missed that pen and then was able to score the other one, in my head, I'm like, why did you miss this pen? Like, something is up. I don't know what it is. We blamed him being on the left wing. We blamed malaria. We blamed COVID. We blamed Arteta. We blamed.
Let's run it back 2 years.
One second. Let's talk about it. Tedju, what's going on with the Aubameyang, bro?
Like, I think it's like you can also blame about like giving him a max contract as well, because even before we got the max contract, he was scoring goals. Like now you're seeing this season he's missing a lot of sitters. That's not the Aubameyang I know. Like the Aubameyang finished. Yeah, I'll say he's finished because he's 32. He's going to be 33 in June. He's not up to his standards like as before. Because I don't know what's going on. Like, it's a serious issue. It's a serious concern because we can't just like shy away from it. It's clear and obvious to like all the Arsenals that we're seeing on the pitch. Because if you're not scoring his chances, you might as well drop him to the bench and like
let me just go through some of these comments. One of the guys saying Nuno needs to be dropped. I don't think Nuno's the issue right now, but Kieran Tierney's leadership is definitely needed. Aubameyang needs to be dropped 100%. Everyone here agrees Aubameyang needs to be dropped. I'm saying yes. Bruno Express, you've been saying it, so I think
someone who's been saying this 2 years ago is you. Like it's 2019, 2020.
Also.
You've been saying this. It's going to be 2 years since you've been saying sell Aubameyang.
The only issue we have is if you drop Aubameyang, we are under 23s plus Partey now. Like that's like the only issue I could see why there would be an issue. But it's like at this point, if that's what's going to win us games, that's what's going to win us games.
But we have Lacazette, so you could just play Lacazette in the meanwhile.
But he has the stamina. See, and let me not say what I really want to say on this stream.
He has the stamina.
I do not remember the last game he could go 70 minutes. I can't remember the last time he was
able to do it. So let's just Bruno Express, just get it out. Aubameyang, is he finished?
Bro, he's been finished. He's been finished since he signed that contract.
JU saying give Aubameyang time.
What time?
It's you that would be giving him time.
He's the same age. He's the He's the same age as Robert Lewandowski. Robert Lewandowski is challenging for the Ballon d'Or. He's scoring 60 goals a season and he's winning Champions Leagues. Aubameyang struggling to score tap-ins against Newcastle United. Shut the fuck up with this give him time nonsense. He is shit.
Hey, we don't want to get
He's
demonetized.
Yeah,
No demonetized.
move on.
And the
fam.
thing,
This guy
can I
is
also
done.
say,
He's done.
sorry for interrupting, Gooner Express. Another thing, his goal tally, his goals has dropped. Like in his first 2 seasons, he scored. I think he scored like in the Premier League alone. He scored 44 goals, and since then it's dropped from 10 goals. He scored he's now scored 4 goals. He's scored 4 goals.
Remember when he scored the hat trick? The campaign was respect Aubameyang. Everyone who's disrespecting Aubameyang, respect him. He scored a hat trick in the League Cup versus kids. Like, I don't know, man. And then you know what the icing on the cake was yesterday? Everyone, did you guys see Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang like Cristiano Ronaldo's post on Instagram?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. We're gonna have to spend some time on this, but like, yo, my brother, you can't be doing that. You cannot be doing that. You're the captain. You're doing stuff like what ops do. Like, come on.
Listen, I think
Cristiano Ronaldo bigger than the club. Like, get out of here. You can't tell me.
You can't be doing that sort of stuff.
You can't be liking an opponent's post for a game that we lost.
No, I don't think what's wrong with the Man United player. He was playing for Man United yesterday in Aubameyang liking his fellow teammates' post. Because that's what he was doing, bro. He was playing against us. He was playing against us yesterday. And we all know it. It was non-existent.
And the thing is, you're just gonna get a lot of reactions from Arsenal fans as well. Like, Aubameyang should know not to do this sort of stuff because it's just gonna set off a lot of Arsenal fans. It's just gonna annoy them. That's like, say, obviously he's in the social media area. I get the fact that he's doing that, but don't be doing that sort of stuff. You're the captain of our club.
One thing I would
Show
say
respect towards our club.
One thing I say, listen, I don't care. Last time we spent big money on January was the striker and Aubameyang. I say it's time we do it again and just bring the big bucks in Vlahovic. Will Fiorentina cave in? Or I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's interested to come, but we need to get a striker in now because I think this is a dire situation. The only positive I can say, we could play at striker the next game until the new year is Martinelli because he was special yesterday. So Martinelli at striker is the way to go as of right now.
And he was the only one that was actually trying. Like he was making, he did that. Yes, he had a lot of impact.
Hey, do you have any thoughts on this?
Yeah. Thoughts on that?
On what? Sorry.
On the liking of the post.
Yeah, well, this is again what makes me laugh. A bunch of Arsenal fans, the Aubameyang fans are saying, "Oh, calm down," whatever else, blah blah blah. These are the same people that complained at Willian when he did the same thing with Chelsea. The same people that complained at Willian when he was wearing Chelsea shin pads under his Arsenal socks. And I complained at the same thing. But I'm holding the same standards for Aubameyang. You're the captain of Arsenal Football Club. You have just lost at Old Trafford, and you were the worst player on the pitch by everybody. You were the worst player on the pitch, yeah? And you decide to like the post of the guy that just put 2 past your club to win Man United the match. Bro, if Vieira ever did this, or I don't even know what I'm saying, Vieira would never do this. Henry would never do this. None of the none of our winning captains, Adams, all of these lot, they would never do this. And if they were in our era where social media was a thing, and they found out any of the players did this after a loss, bro, they're getting slapped in the changing room. Like, on a real, they're getting slapped. Vieira will go and slap whoever did it, bro. Whereas this Arsenal team, and like I gave Arteta the credit for the discipline and whatever else this Arsenal team, but obviously it's not as good as I thought it was, because Arteta should be looking at this and saying, well, he should have been going into training this morning and absolutely grilling Aubameyang for letting this happen, even if it wasn't him and it was his social media team. You sacked it. That's on you, bro. That's on you. So I'm sorry, yeah. This guy is absolutely finished as an Arsenal footballer. This guy said when he signed a contract he wants a legacy. Well, your legacy's like Ozil, bro. You're a bum. You're a bum.
One thing I would say as well.
Fuck off, man. Shit player.
One thing I would say as well, right? Yeah. Someone need to put personal friendships apart and stop defending this guy, right? I know you've got a personal friend. No. This guy, he's got a personal friendship with this guy, and he's avoiding criticizing him, bro. It's time to
Who?
stop.
Who?
I'm not gonna say a name, but we know who he is.
I'll tell you this right now. Troops has called out Partey
Yeah,
and
he did.
Aubameyang.
He did.
Well, good on him, but listen,
Yeah.
good on him for doing that. But listen, it's time for him. It's time to go, bro. I'm sorry. Lacazette and Aubameyang, they ain't the quality that we need to get top 4, or even top 6. Not even top 6 quality to get us in there. So we need improvement now, bro. The transfer window opens in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. So
We're gonna get into that, but yo, are we done with this Instagram post? Because for me, this is what it comes down to for the Instagram post. He clearly is not serious. Because like, if you are liking an opponent's post, this is as bad as Roberto Firmino liking Everton players' post after they beat them in the Merseyside derby. You can't be doing shit like that. You could never do shit like that. This is Manchester United, a team that Arsenal fans hate. This is the captain of the club. This is the man who's supposed to be leading us week in, week out into battle, and he's going out of his way to congratulate the opponent. Nah, this is not even sportsmanship. This is just embarrassing. You can't be doing that. It's not overreactionary, in my opinion. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang should be dropped based on his performances. He should be stripped of his captaincy based on his lack of leadership and lack of holding people accountable in the team. And you should give it to Kieran Tierney. And Kieran Tierney should be coming in next game over Tavares, because at least I know he will hold those players accountable and tell them to get their shit together when they're not performing well. Thomas Partey needs a yelling. Aubameyang needs a yelling. Some of these guys on the pitch need a yelling. And when guys are not getting their act together and they're not putting their shit together properly on the pitch, I know that Kieran Tierney will hold accountability. Where Aubameyang, he's not holding accountability. He's not performing on the pitch. He's missing chances. He's playing against us. And the worst thing above everything else, he's showing a lack of care when it comes to the performances on and off the pitch. That's just my opinion. But yeah, are we done with this? Can we move on?
Yeah.
Have I said everything? Okay, so we're moving on. We're moving on to the next topic: Odegaard's hot and cold performance. Yes, we got to talk about Odegaard's hot and cold performance. Who wants to begin with Odegaard's hot and cold performance? Because Odegaard went from hero, scoring the goal, to villain quite quickly. Like, it didn't take too long. Maybe we should just talk about the error before we talk about the goal, because I think the goal was quite good. We already know the goal was helped created by Gabriel Martinelli. We're going to talk about Martinelli after this, and then we're going to get into player ratings. But yeah, what do you guys think about the mistake? I think it was lazy. I think it was very silly. I think overall he made a mistake. There's no point of scapegoating him and saying he was the reason why we lost. To be fair, there was a lot of reasons why we lost. He was part of them, but he wasn't the main reason why we lost. And when we talk about Odegaard's performance, it was hot and cold. He was the hero. He scored the equalizer, and then quickly became the villain. I don't think there's anything else to be said about it. Really, it was a dumb, silly, lazy tackle. But besides that, I'm not going to hold him accountable for the whole entire loss, just like some people have been. If this was Granit Xhaka, though, we wouldn't hear the end of it for 2 weeks. But the fact that it's Odegaard, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to hold him accountable the same way as I would hold other people accountable if they did this.
I think there's truth in the middle. I think it's a mixture of Odegaard. I think it's Arteta as well. Watching the game, you could tell he was exhausted. If anybody who watched the game, you could tell after a certain point, you're like, okay. And it's weird because the one thing that a lot of us have been bigging Arteta up this past couple of weeks is, hey, he's been getting the subs right. He's not waiting to the 70th, 80th minute before he makes a sub. He's making those subs, around 60, 65 so they can make an impact. And it just kind of seemed like he just kind of sat on it and just thought that, like, the game would get better as time went on, I guess. But it's like, it just didn't make sense. Odegaard as well, I guess. I mean, he's people tend to forget the guy's 22 years old. He's a young guy. I'm, like you said, like, I'm not going, like, even though I'm going to hold him accountable, I'm not looking at him like he's a 28, 29-year-old veteran who's supposed to know better. Like, it happens, move on. It's for the likes of Partey and Aubameyang to look at these guys during the game and say, keep your head up. Let's go chase this third goal. Let's get this game. Don't think too deep about that mistake. So was it silly? 100%. But I don't think it's defining to the point where we should hold it against them, because bro. I mean, he was trying. He tried to make one of those picture perfect slides. It completely failed in all things considered. I hope Arteta gets on him like, hey, these are just not decisions you need to make, but that's part of the game of developing as a young guy. It's more so on Arteta's like, hey, this guy's tired. Put someone else in, or hey, which then again, Igal, as I said in the beginning of this post, goes back to the fact that we could not win the midfield battles. It keeps going to who did he win the ball off of? Fred. Why was Fred able to, move the ball this deep into our penalty box? Why? Because we were not able to control the midfield. So it's like, as we keep talking, for whatever conversation we talk to, is going to always keep going back to the lack of aggression in the midfield, as well as the mistakes we made. But I'm not attacking Odegaard. Like, just keep your head up, keep moving forward, keep pushing, and keep trying to. I hope he continues to try to be that midfielder that we need him to be. So
there you go. Couldn't express thoughts on this.
I mean, bro, what do I to say? This guy, what we've been saying about Odegaard from the minute he signed, from the minute we had him over the 6 months, he's not good enough, bro. This guy is trash. He is so trash. He scored the goal. Brilliant. First off, it was Martinelli, the main guy who created that goal alongside Partey. All Odegaard had to do was finish. And he did. He finished, so respect for that. But it wasn't like he scored a wonder goal or, made a 40-yard run or anything. So it was just a simple goal, and he scored the goal.
We'll talk
then
about
he does this. He does this, bro. He does this stupid penalty. Like, bro, his footballing IQ is non-existent. He doesn't have a footballing IQ. If you had any footballing IQ, you would look at that Fred situation and say, well, Fred's not going to shoot because he can't shoot. There's no one to pass to in the box. So why even bother tracking him? No, instead I'm going to bring him down. Bro, Fred sold him.
Yo, Cam, jump in.
He sold him dreams, bro. This Fred guy was looking for a penalty, and Odegaard gave him it. Odegaard did exactly what Fred wanted him to do. Fred, the Brazilian, Fred from Stockport. That's who this guy is. He outclassed Odegaard in terms of footballing IQ. He's trash. Odegaard is trash. He does one good thing and then nothing else. That whole game as well, he was shit. Let's have it right. That goal that he scored before this whole penalty nonsense, even before the goal.
Can I stop you right there? I don't think he was shit, bro.
No, he was. He was shit. He did nothing the whole game. The only thing he did was score the goal and set up that Martinelli chance that Martinelli missed. Other than that, he did nothing. He had 0 passes to Aubameyang the whole game, and Aubameyang was shit, yeah. But when you've got a number 10 in an attacking system who hasn't even passed to your striker, that's not good enough, bro. Odegaard is not creative in any sense of the word. He clashes with right wing too much, and bro, he's not good enough. He's never been good enough for Arsenal Football Club. The only way I'll accept Odegaard is if we go and get Erik ten Hag, because Odegaard is a Ten Hag player, a 4-3-3 in the number 10 role, attacking, and we don't play like that. So it was a poor signing from Arteta. His talent ID has been overrated because, as I said, Ben White has been a flop in my opinion. Tomiyasu is not good enough to take us to the next level. Odegaard's been shit. Ramsdale's been the only good signing because Lokonga and Tavares are both young and they're still raw. So the talent ID for even this transfer window hasn't been great. This manager gets overrated, and the players he signs get overrated as well by our fan base. I've put my hands up. I've got a bit gassed over the last few weeks and said a few little things here and there about the players. But bro, when I look with an actual level head, and now that we've been humbled again by a team like Man United, it shows these players aren't good enough. And against the best of the best opponents, they don't perform. Beating Norwich, beating Palace is all good and great. You have to do that to get top 4. But bro, in the Champions League, which is where we want to be, we will get embarrassed every single game, whether it's against Atlanta, Lokomotiv Moscow, Munich, Barcelona. It don't matter, bro. They'll embarrass us because in the Champions League, it's different. You play the best football you can play, and we're playing awful football, absolutely awful football. So, and Odegaard just solidified that. He has a decent game. Again, average performance for everyone else. I mean, I didn't rate it very highly, but obviously we have different opinions in that go. But then he goes and does this. Like, he cost us the game, bro. Like, you've given Ronaldo a penalty. Like, come on, man. Ramsdale ain't saving a Ronaldo penalty. Like, come on, it's Ronaldo. So it's just, I don't know. It is what it is, man. Odegaard, just no footballing.
Hey, Jex, you sounding a bit upset over them sides over there, my G.
Of
Bro,
course, he's upset.
Cam, you know what it is, man.
What?
I don't like losing to Man United, innit? I hate.
Listen, bro. Listen, at the end of the day, yeah, look, I'm not here to be that I told you so and all that bullshit. But all I'm gonna say is, to everyone out there, I told you so. I told you all about Aubameyang from 2 years ago. I told you all about Partey from last year. I told you all about all these players, but nope. I had to give them time according to everyone. I had to like, what about Aubameyang's previous 2 seasons? It's peak at Arsenal right now, boys. It's peak. But like I said, look, at the end of the day, yeah, I'm not getting upset over this team no more. Under Partey, I am not getting upset no more. He's not worth an emotion from me, bro. But laugh, that's it. But banter, that's it. Because I'm not stressing myself over this dumbass manager no more. Because I already know, yeah, 99% of our fan base, yeah, is gonna start stressing over this manager, fam. Fam, just relax. At the end of the day, we're not getting anywhere with this manager. We know where we are, and unfortunately, there's nothing we as fans can do about it because they don't take us serious anyway. So, bruh, until he's gone, just enjoy the roller coaster, innit? It's like it's gonna be a hell of a ride, innit? It's gonna have his ups, it's gonna have its downs, bruh. I'm just not getting stressed over it no more, fam. Because at the end of the day, yeah. The other thing I'm gonna add on this as well is no one can tell me, and Arteta cannot tell me anymore that it's just the players dropping off. This has happened near enough every fucking, sorry for my swearing, but every fucking game, yeah, where the first 20 minutes, yeah, we're all balling out, and then after 20 minutes, whether we're 1-0 up or not, is a different story. But after 20 minutes, we just sit back. Like, man, we got a goal, and we decided to defend for 75 minutes. You get what I'm saying? Like, bro, no one could tell me that's nothing. That's just down to the players, man. That has to be an Arteta tactic.
Listen, I'm gonna talk about Arteta right now, quickly, just before we do the player ratings. But listen to this. What he said in the press conference after the game to the Arsenal website was near criminal. Like, listen to what he said, okay? This was his analysis of the game.
I haven't even listened yet. Let me listen.
This was his analysis of the game, okay? After the game, he had the press conference, and in the press conference, when he said whether he was disappointed in the win or in the Manchester United loss, right? He honestly had a weird take on the game. Well, we started the first. He said, well, we started. Let me just get it to be read out by itself, because there's a lot of stuff that he said that made no sense.
We scored the first one, and after that we had total control of the game. We started to give some very simple balls away in very dangerous areas that opened some spaces for them and gave them some momentum. We had some difficulties there, and we conceded the goal. The second half, I think we started really well. Again, we had total control. We conceded the goal and we reacted really well. We kept playing, and we were dominant in the game. We scored the second one, and then after that we have to go and show the maturity to going and score the third one. In that moment we did not manage well enough that situation, and we conceded the goal. So, I'm pleased with a lot of things that I saw, but being realistic, after conceding 3 goals at Old Trafford, it's very tricky to get something out of the game.
Did you guys hear what he said?
Is he taking the piss, bro?
Yeah. He thought we had control of the game in the first half and after we conceded the goal. And in my opinion, we did not have control.
This guy lives on planet Omnicron. I'm telling you, he's not from Earth. He doesn't live on Earth, fam. He's on the planet Omnicron. And I say that, yeah, because of that new variant called Omnicron. And to me, the way they've called that new variant, yeah, Omnicron, yeah, bruv, it sounds like a 4th fictional planet. You know, like Asgard and shit like that, bro. But like Omnicron, come on, say it out loud. Say it out loud. You say Omnicron, and you will not tell me you don't think of Thor battling like someone on Omnicron or something. Yeah, that's where he's from, bro. Arteta is not from Earth. I'm sorry, bro. The guy is more delusional than. Oh my lord.
Bro, I know. Yo, Kareen, I can see you trying to join, but it's not connecting for some reason. But yeah, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do the player ratings, guys. Get your marks out. Get ready. First person we're gonna do is Ramsdale, right? The way you guys already know the drill. I give you guys players. You give us your rating, and then that's it. And then we're gonna keep it moving. So Ramsdale, I'm gonna give it to you. Gunner Express, what are you giving Ramsdale? Gunner Express, you there? Woohoo.
GX.
All right, no, GX not there. I'm gonna give Ramsdale a 5. I just feel like he really didn't do anything wrong. It's just overall the performance from the team.
Yeah, to be honest with you, it's not like he made any like superb saves because
he could have saved
like
the
I say,
penalty.
there wasn't really many to be made at really truly, but it's not like he really did anything wrong because I get but yeah, I agree with you on that one. It's not really
5?
did any.
What do you guys in the comment section think about a 5 for Ramsdale?
I would have probably just popped up to a 6 only because maybe, but that's just be a dice, isn't it? That's just be a dice, be a 6. But
Yo, Thomas, what are you saying? You giving Ramsdale a 5?
Yeah.
You up Kareen? She's connected also. It's 5 for Ramsdale. Is that fair, guys?
Yeah.
5's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, so we keep it moving. One person said 6. Interesting. So we're gonna give him a 5. Lock it in. Arsblog gave them a 6. They said he is absolutely fine. All he could have done is save Ronaldo's goal, but everything else was good. Now moving on to Tomiyasu. Gonna Express, you back yet? No, he's not back yet. I'll give it to you, Kareen. Kareen, what do you think about Tomiyasu? I think Tomiyasu pocketed some of their players for majority of the game.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. He didn't have a bad game. He was fine actually. I think he defended well against Ronaldo. I think he did quite a good job. I think he's one of the players that can hold his head high in that game. I'll give him a 7.
You give him a 7. Do you think that's too high, guys, for a defender who conceded 3 goals, or is that fair?
Do you know what? Yeah, no, I'll give him a 6 only because he conceded 3 goals. He didn't do a lot wrong in the game itself.
Yeah,
but it's just the fact like he did. He did pocket some of their players. I'm not gonna lie, but it's not like he was like pocketing them most of the match in it. But that's not just down to him, innit? That's down to if players from the front want to get back and help him or not. So, I mean,
to be honest, I think out of the back line, I think he did a better job than everybody else.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, people got onto Gabriel, and I didn't really think Gabriel did much wrong. I thought it was more Ben White.
I think him and Tomiyasu did a really good job yesterday.
Yeah, they were the other two were just shockingly dead, but
100%, I agree. Yeah, I think I would go with a 7. I think 7's a fair score. Because if you 5 is average, 5 is you weren't good and you weren't bad, you're just in the middle. 6 is you were okay. Oh, let's give him a 6. I'll give him a 6 then, only because we did concede. I would say they conceded 2 goals, not 3, because 3 you would have to put it down to Odegaard.
There you go. Gunner Express, you there? Because I want to give you Ben White, and I know you like Ben White.
So Ben White's his favorite player.
Ben White's his favorite player. He loves talking about Ben White.
Oh, GX, where are you?
He's going to miss his opportunity.
Oh, GX.
I don't think so. Today's a game week. He can talk about Ben White because Ben White made mistakes.
Okay, Thomas, I'm going to give you Ben White because I know you don't like him also.
Yesterday, he actually played well yesterday. I didn't think even though we got beat yesterday.
He played shocking. He played shocking. I don't know what you saw, but he played shocking.
No, I think
he got spun so many times, man. Man got put to bed by Ronaldo.
No, wait. Wait, Cam. I think he didn't do that bad yesterday. I think I'm gonna give him a 5. I think he didn't do that bad for me.
Personally, I'm giving him a 3.
Who agrees with the 5?
I'm gonna give him a 5. I think he didn't do well. I think he didn't do that bad yesterday.
Listen to what the people are saying. 4, 3, 4. Abdul Fattah Jama is saying 5. Ses is saying 4. Bruno's goal, he could have done better. Someone here, Nathan, is saying 2. JU saying 6. He was nice on the ball. In behind the United played balls in behind United's defense. Okay, guys, this is the one we're going to need a consensus. He gave a 5. Kareen, what are you giving?
3.
Beyond the post.
Yeah, 5 is fine.
Cam. No, Teju.
I'll give him a 5.
Okay, so 5 it is. 5 it is. We give that 5. We keep it locked in. Even Arsblog gave a lower rating. Arsblog gave a 4.5.
But I'm giving him a 4. I would have given him a 4 or 3. Personally.
Yes.
Personally, because he got spun so many times, man.
Yeah, he did, man. But yeah, you're right. He did, bro.
You actually watch that game again, yeah, you'll realize, like, bro, just focus on him. You'll be like, yo, this
for that other goal as well, because instead of kicking it out long.
I think possibly giving him a 5 is a little bit generous. I personally
should be fine for,
I said 3. I said 3.
That's what I'll say. 4 or 3. 4 is being generous. I'm giving this guy 6 because he's like Tomiyasu. Like, he didn't do much wrong. It's just the fact he conceded 2 goals and a penalty.
I think giving Ben White a 5, we have to minimum give Gabriel a 5 because not only did he offer something defensively going forward, set pieces, he was a threat.
Minimum. He's got to go 6, bro. He was better. He was
6.5.
5.5.
6.5. I like that.
6. I'm gonna go 6. Okay, is that fair, guys?
Yeah, 6 is fine, but it's the second. It's the second goal that he didn't.
If we're giving Tomiyasu a 6, we gotta give.
I think Gabriel played all right. Yes, I think he didn't do that bad, to be honest. So I'll probably.
He was our better defender yesterday.
Yeah, give him a 6. I
think a 6 should be fair for Gabriel, man.
Yeah.
All right, we move
Especially after the week he's just had. Yeah, man's a top G, you know.
We lock in the 6.
Competitive defenders.
He was competitive as always. Now moving on to the next performer. What do we think about Tavares' performance? I thought Tavares at times was actually very good. Him and Smith Rowe connected a lot. They were offering a lot from that flank. They were really giving Della some trouble. What do you guys think?
I mean, I'm giving him a 4.
Only
because I don't know if you noticed. When he had the ball, he kept holding on to it too long. So he was giving them guys a chance to come and press him. I don't know. Some of his passes weren't really going off.
No, I noticed that as well because his decision making was very slow yesterday. It wasn't like like where he had a good game against. He had a decent game against Newcastle, wasn't it? So
listen to this comment.
All right, average it out there and give him a 5. Because 5 just means not bad performance, but not great.
I'm gonna give him a 4, man.
Wow, that's harsh. Man said Tavares is the most overhyped player in a while. Come on.
I don't think he's overhyped. Who overhypes Tavares, bruv? Whoa. Who's overhyped Tavares?
It's probably
well, no one's ever over. I've never heard this guy ever been overhyped before, you know.
No, sometimes with Tavares, sometimes I like him, but sometimes he's sloppy for me, man.
He is sloppy.
Sometimes.
But what I'm saying is, no one hyped him when he came in. But I'm saying, you know, when he first signed for us, no one was hyped.
Okay, we're gonna have to talk about Thomas Partey's issues. Partey's
3,
next.
2.
1 second, Gunnar Express, you there?
Where is he there, bro?
No,
hey, DX, are you having a shit, blood?
Yeah, Gunnar Express is out of the system today. I'm gonna just take him out. Big up to Gunnar Express for coming on.
Thomas Partey, this guy.
Thomas Partey. I'm gonna go in order. Teju, what's Thomas Partey's rating for you?
Bro.
A 3. I'll give him a 3.
You give him a 3. Nice. All right. What about you, Cam?
Oh, that was close. Sorry, because I'm on my phone. I'm gonna press delete. I'm gonna press delete. I'm giving him a 2, blood.
Give him a 2. Bro, I just need to show you guys something. Have you guys seen what Troops did? He posted a video about him.
What did Troops do? No.
Bro, when you
Gal,
see this,
is it the one where he was saying that we need to sell him or something? Or was it the one he said
Bro, he went in on Partey.
Oh, the 45 million.
What Troops said last night, man.
Listen,
I don't think you should play that copyright.
Listen.
You're a fraud, mate. 45 million. 45 million. I've had enough of him now, blood. Nah, fuck it. I've had enough now, blood. 45 million we paid for you, blood. What the fuck have you done?
Egal.
Hey, what with it? Hey, listen, Badib. Egal, you could either vouch for me. The day we signed him, yeah, was we not on Terry's podcast?
Yeah.
Did I not say he's overrated?
Yeah.
Did I not say this guy is a fraud?
That, you know, man.
Man said he's overrated from his time in Spain.
I gotta say something about Partey, yeah? Go on.
Yeah.
Egal, where is Troops' video on Aubameyang?
Oh, he didn't do a video, but he tweeted out about
He tweeted out he shouldn't be our captain anymore. And I replied, didn't it? I said, bro, the guy should just leave the club, bro.
That is his response to Aubameyang's current form. He shouldn't be our captain, and he's doing a video on Thomas Partey.
See the thing.
No. Like big up to Troops, all big up to him, innit? Like all love to him, innit? But obviously he's him and Aubameyang, they're brethren, isn't it? Basically,
they're friends.
One second. So Cam, what was your rating?
I'll give it a 3, bro. Thomas Partey, 3. 2, sorry. I said 2, sorry. I said Thomas Partey 2, bro. Sorry, I said 2.
Okay, so right now he has a low rating. But Thomas, what are you giving him?
I'm gonna give him a 2. I thought he was sloppy yesterday. He irritated me and my dad with his sloppiness, bruv. 2, bruv. 2.
Okay. Hello. Iga said he's better than Conte and Kimmich. First of all, I never said he was better than Kimmich. I said he's better than. I said I would take my guy over a Chelsea player. I picked my guy. I was being solely biased.
He's being loyal.
Obviously, you never said he was better than Conte.
Hey, he's a loyal man, you know.
I said Partey's better than Jorginho. Yes, because that's my player. I'm backing my player. But yeah, the Partey issues. Karine, what are you going with?
I'm gonna give him a 2. Just lack of, composure. Passes was so wrong. It was like he didn't eat his dinner yesterday. He's one of the senior players. Another one, lack of leadership. This is a guy that's played in big games.
Thomas Partey.
I don't want to hear this excuse that he's never played in these kind of games, that he doesn't know what it means. No, I'm sorry, but you've been in Spain, and when Atletico Madrid have their derby with one of their rivals or whatever,
you've got to turn up.
Yeah, know you've got to turn up in these big games.
Exactly. When it's the Madrid derby, he plays more in the Madrid derby.
Let you say something before.
And the thing is, like I was seeing yesterday, he was constantly just slipping all over the pitch.
Oh my god, that always pisses me off.
Even though he had a key involvement with our second goal, he was still poor. I don't get it. I don't know what's going on with him. Because you've paid £45 million for this guy, and he's not showing his worth. And I get the fact, he's had injuries since he's arrived at the club.
Yeah, he's injury prone, so.
But the thing is that we shouldn't be using that as an excuse. And he's saying, there was a quote that he said that, I want to try my best. You're 28 years old. You're not a youngster. You shouldn't be.
This is a Partey side.
You shouldn't be saying, I should be trying my best. You should show it. If you want to try your best, show it on the pitch. Then the fans will get into your case. You know what?
Yeah, a better manager will get the best out of all these players, because I think this manager doesn't know how to get the best out of these players. He just doesn't know. For me, he needs to be sacked for me. This manager, bro, because he's ruining these players. And how can you like bring an injured Saka? And what's this? Foolishness, man. Like, this is why, man. Like, I'm just not happy with us to a fragile Man United team, and they weren't even great. So, but yeah.
All right, keep it moving on to the next player. We gave him a 2, by the way, guys.
Yeah, I'm giving Partey a 2. Sorry, but not good enough.
Nitish, you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I told you in the watch along. Get him off at halftime.
Can I tell you guys something? If Partey is getting a 2, El-Neni is getting a 6, mate. El-Neni is getting a 6. El-Neni surprised me. El-Neni was the better midfielder. El-Neni was the guy looking like
El-Neni.
El-Neni looked good.
I wouldn't say he was good, but he was the better midfielder out of all three.
I said the better midfielder, he wasn't really that good, man.
Yeah, he was the better midfielder.
I said El-Neni was dreadful, bro. Agenda. I'm sorry.
No, El-Neni was good yesterday.
I'll give him a 5. He was okay. I'll give him a 5.
1 minute. I hear you picking off inside. 1 minute.
5. Okay.
I'll give him a 5.
5.
Yeah, 5. 5.
Yeah, 5.
Nitish.
Yeah, 5 is fine. Anything over Partey.
Okay, we give him a 5. We give him a 5. We keep it moving. He gets a 5. People in the comment section saying 5 out of 5/6. 5. Too many back passes. I think he passed it forward a lot today, also. But yeah, maybe I just seen the game wrong. But yeah, moving on. ESR. What are we saying about ESR?
5.
Can I just say, I don't want to be harsh, but besides the goal, what did he do?
He was a passenger yesterday for me. He was a passenger for me, man.
5.
I'm giving ESR. I'll give him a 5, but the whole game he was a passenger for me.
I think I'll
give him a 5 because he was good. He was good in the first half, but in the second half he dropped off.
That's the thing. He's always disappearing when second half, man. So I'm giving him a 5.
Egal. People won't say this, but after he scored the goal, he was shit. People won't say it, but he was crap after he scored the goal. And I saw a lot of people complaining about the substitutes by Arteta. Why was he wrong in taking off Smith Rowe? He was
I'm gonna have to duck out. Obviously, daddy duties right now.
What are you giving Aubameyang? What are you giving Aubameyang?
Yeah, love. I'll give ESR. Yeah, I'm gonna give him a 7. I'll give Martinelli a 6.5 to a 7, and Uber's getting a blood clot 0 from me.
He's getting a 1 for me, man.
Getting a 0. What did he do in that game? He did nothing. But I'm gonna have to cut in it.
His best, bro.
What are you giving Odegaard?
Odegaard, he's getting like a 3.
3 because he's not that good anyway, bro.
Okay, so guys, are we gonna lock it? Karina, are we gonna lock in the 5 for Smith Rowe?
Yeah, but I love. Peace out.
He was a passenger for
my
me.
guy.
See you later, Cam.
So we lock in the Smith Rowe. And then a final couple of ones. Let's go Gabriel Martinelli. Bro, if Martinelli does not start next game versus Everton, I don't know what the fuck he has.
Yeah, that's the thing. I'll give him a 7.
Man of the match.
I'll give him a 7. Because he played well yesterday.
For me personally, if we had won that game yesterday, I think he would have got man of the match and not Ronaldo. So for me, 7.
I'll give him a 7 as well. I thought he played well yesterday.
Okay.
And he's actually a stand-up player.
He didn't put a foot wrong for me, Martinelli. And he's one of my favourite players as well.
Teju, Odegaard.
For Odegaard, I'll give him a 3. I'll give Odegaard a 3.
Do we have a picture of Odegaard? Like, what's going on with Odegaard? Here we go. What are we saying?
This guy, Odegaard. This guy.
3 because he gave away that penalty.
Yeah.
3?
That penalty. I'm giving him a 3 as well, man. Apart from he's got that penalty, what are you doing, mate?
His goal was really Martinelli's work, but I'll give him a 4, personally, in my opinion.
Give him a 3, man.
Anyone want to go 3? Nitish?
Yeah,
I'm okay with 4. I like this forward play. He stepped up when it mattered.
I like what he did on the ball.
Can I just say something? I know Bruno Express was just, cussing him out earlier on, same, but Odegaard is a good player. He's got football intelligence. That was a lie what Gunnar said. He's got football intelligence. It's just this manager.
Odegaard is not that good. Come on, man.
What's with the manager by him giving away a penalty, which was
no. Wait, let me just finish. I'm not saying that's to do with the manager. I'm just saying in terms of management, like coaching wise. you know, I said this earlier in that space, like what I said about the manager.
You're holding Arteta accountable for this loss.
Yeah.
More than players. I hear you. Okay. Odegaard, I'm gonna give him a 3 because you guys have overruled me. Teju, you agree with the 3 or 4?
I agree with the 3.
Okay, so we're gonna go 3. People, AUBAMEYANG, everyone just
0.
No, he's annoying me. I'm giving him a 0, bro. He's irritating me. I'm giving him a 0. Past his best.
Is getting a 0.
And I told people that he's past that. A lot of people. He's past his best.
He gets an early ticket to Gabon.
AUBAMEYANG is done out here.
He's past his best. I've told people he's past it.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say swag. But coin toss says 1.
0 for me,
3.
man.
Coin toss actually says, you know what? I'm okay giving a 0. You know,
0
we're gonna give him a 0. We don't tend to do this. But today we're not even gonna rate him.
He's had 3 bad performances.
I'll give him 0.5. 0.5. You know, they gave him a 4.
A 4 for
what? What are these people? Are you guys? What are these people doing for?
Okay, I'm gonna give Saka a 3 when he came on. I thought Saka was terrible. He could have
because he brought Saka's injured and this manager brings an injured Saka. What are you doing, bruv?
Yeah, he wasn't Saka on.
Doesn't know what he's doing,
and he almost scored 2 goals.
This is why we need to get Ten Hag, bruv. We need to get Ten Hag.
So 3 now. So 3 for Saka. What do you guys say? Or lower?
Yeah, just go 3. He wasn't even.
3's fine.
He had chances.
He's injured.
This man gave him 5.5. You know.
The thing with Saka was that it should have been someone else on the right hand side for all
bring
those chances.
Partey, not an injured Saka.
Hold on, because when Lacazette was pushing through the center, the ball was falling freely to a guy on the right hand side, which was Saka. But he is not the best finisher. He doesn't have confidence in his finishing. I don't think it was anything to do with the injury. He got a couple of chances to take shots. But the thing was, Fred blocked one of those, which was a brilliant block. And the other one was it's Saka. He's not known to finish off goals. If it was probably a Martinelli or someone else on the right-hand side for those chances could have been taken better.
He might have finished it, but yeah.
Could have.
Lacazette. I'm going to give Lacazette a 4.
He didn't really do much. When he came on, he didn't really affect the game when he came on. So I can't blame him.
Is it better to just not rate him and keep him moving?
I'll give him a 4, but
he didn't do anything.
You can give him a 4 if you want to.
Yeah,
just give him a 4, but it didn't really affect the game.
Eddie Nketiah, I'm not even gonna rate because I just feel like Eddie
0.
Nketiah does not get a rating.
He's just whack for me. Like, but I'll give him a 1, bro.
And the thing is, the thing with Nketiah, he doesn't want to. We've offered him a contract extension. He's rejected it. I don't know why Arteta's decided to bring him on. That substitution didn't make sense whatsoever. Like
he decided to bring him on because Eddie can press, and we needed to press United at that point of time.
Fair enough.
So the final underlining comment of the night was the guy said, luckily the Jesse Lingard bloke didn't come on to score. But yeah, that's it for tonight, guys. We're out of here. You guys have yourself tonight. Big up Teju, Thomas, Beyond the Post.
You didn't rate the manager.
Also, Femi, who came on, Guna Express.
Arteta, I'll give him a 0, bro.
Arteta, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Arteta, we
need Ten Hag, bro.
Every single loss that we lose, a lot of people Arteta keep coming out of the woodworks. And I'm gonna say this: I don't blame Arteta for this loss. I blame the players.
Fair enough. Can I say something here? If we don't beat a fragile Everton team on Monday, for me, he needs to resign. If we don't beat a fragile Everton team on Monday, if we lose or draw that game, he needs to resign.
Yeah, that's fair.
There you
go. And what if we do?
I told people I want bring Ten Hag.
We're gonna beat Everton. We're gonna beat Everton, but I don't think.
I don't know, man, because we haven't won that good.
Ten Hag's going to United, mate. Ten Hag's going to United, mate. But yeah, anyways, I'm off this, guys. You have yourselves a wonderful day.
All right, man.
Big up to everybody who has been watching. Thank you, Kareen, and everybody else who came in and joined us for the video. You guys have yourselves a wonderful day. We're off this. EGTV, we're out. Big up to
see you later.
See you later, man.